Welcome to another cheese tutorial. This one is ricotta and you can see the ingredients up there on the screen. Uses 6 litres of whey left over from making other cheeses. So first of all, put your whey in the pot, save it from the cheese you made before and add 2 cups of milk. So this is whole milk or full cream milk. Find a spoon and give that a stir. First of all, you need to turn the heat on. So turn the heat on, gentle heat, and we're heating it up to 92 degrees Celsius or 198 Fahrenheit. So that didn't take long, that took about 20 minutes to get up to heat. So that's 92 degrees now, so turn the heat off. And what we're going to do now is add the vinegar and keep stirring when you're adding the vinegar. And it'll start to coagulate. So you can just keep stirring. You can see it's starting to go a bit lumpy there, which is great. So the curds are separating from the whey and the ricotta starts to form. There you go, that's about as good as it gets. So just scrape the foam off and you can see there that the curds and whey are definitely separated now. Now the type of vinegar I was using was apple cider vinegar, which is readily available. So then we're going to drain off the curds from the whey. And be careful at this stage because it is very hot still. Whatever method takes your fancy, just make sure that you don't get any of the hot whey on you because it will burn. So let that drain. Now we're going to just scrape out a little bit of that's in the bottom of the pot. Get all of it out. So that's all sorted now. So just letting that drain a little bit more. So now we tie it up into a ball. This takes a little bit of mucking around. So you can see the cheese is coming off cleanly from the side, which is a good sign. So just bring each corner to the middle and tie it off. And I'm going to use a very simple method to drain the curds. There's just a set of tongs. I'll poke that through. I can get it through. Come on, fellas. There you go. Right. So now I discover that the colander is not deep enough. So we're going to ditch that. There we go. First of all, I have to tip all the used whey up. Now there's not much protein left in this. Now you could feed it to animals, you could use it in cakes and such, but there's not very much left in it now that we've made ricotta out of it. So now that's all down the sink. We're just going to use the pot to act as the drip pan. So we'll just pop that ball of curds on top there. Try and get it hanging off of the bottom, which it is now. That's good. So the recipe says hang or drip for several hours. So like I took that to be 3 hours, and that worked out well. The curd mass was quite solid, and most of the moisture had come out, which is what you're looking for. So just undo your cheesecloth now and take the curds out. Now remember, before you handle the curds, make sure you spray your hands with vinegar and make sure they're washed with soapy water, so you don't try and transfer any yeast or bacteria to the cheese. Excuse my elbow. There we go. There's the curd ball there. So at the moment it's officially ricotta. You could probably slice that up, eat it, beautiful, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a few things to it. First of all, to do that, we're going to have to mill the cheese. So let's just get rid of that cheesecloth and get any bits off of that. Just throw that away. And we're going to mill the curds. Now I could have used a bigger bowl, it probably would have made it a bit easier, but at 3 o'clock in the morning when I actually did this, that was the choice I had. I wasn't thinking very clearly. So we're trying to get the ball into very small pieces, and we're now going to add the salt to the cheese. So initially the recipe says 1 teaspoon, so I did that at start. So we'll just a teaspoon of salt, and we'll add that to the curds. Don't want ricotta. Ricotta's not too salty cheese. So then just mix that through. Notice I'm trying to be as quiet as a mouse. At 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's what the curd looks like. I was trying to mix the salt through there. Now it's about this stage that I discovered that the cheese was far too dry, and I'd actually let it drip too long, probably about an hour too long. But that's easy enough to fix. So what you can do, you can add some cream to it. And just by adding a tablespoon of cream, that's just thickened cream, whatever I had on hand there. So I put a tablespoon in. Yes, I licked my finger. Just get that out of the way. And this took a while, so we'll just sped it up a bit. And it was taking shape, so that moistened the cheese up very well, and you could mould it, and it tasted okay, but it needed a little bit more salt. So I put in half a teaspoon more, and that fixed up the taste just right. So I just have to mill that around again. Just mix that through. So you gotta mix it really well. So just taste that. Yep. That's just right. Okay, that's about it really. So I just formed that up and just went get a plastic container so we can store that in the fridge. And as it says there, you can store it for up to a week if it lasts that long. The very next day after I shot this video, I made lasagna out of the ricotta. It was lovely. So there we go. That's a short video on how to make ricotta from leftover whey, and the cheese actually in the cheese press there is Romano, and there will be a video coming up next in the series. So see you later, everybody.